What's good, y'all? We got the Chad Johnson's cheek clapping situation has gotten worse. Shouts out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. We on the road to 100K, okay? So I need everybody to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Hey, man, let's see what it's hitting for.
Some dudes will never settle, no matter how old they are. And Chad Ochocinco is one of those guys. He's close to 50 years old, but he can't stop clapping cheeks no matter how hard he tries. And it's almost like all of his chicks look the same. And he loves Latino and Asian women. Black women, stop the show. Well, ladies in the black community, at least he ain't breaking y'all heart.
He's right, you know.
Rewind! It seems that every time Chad Ochocinco is in and out of relationships with different women. For the last few years, we've been seeing him with one particular lady, ex-fiance Sharelle Rosado. Now, they broke up, got back together, then broke up again, and she exposed exactly why it happened.
And, sleeping around. I found out about it and I was like, you know who I am? Like, I know who you are. I'm gonna respect what you have, but it is what it is, and nobody's perfect. I just feel like when things happen, be honest about it. Like, it shouldn't lead to that point of how I'm finding out. Yes, I went through the phone, and that's how I found out, but.
Okay, because word on the street is that you discovered Chad was cheating on you with home surveillance footage.
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
I went through the phone.
You went through his phone, and what did you see exactly?
Women. Just women everywhere.
Like photos of women.
They're gonna throw themselves at him because of who he is. Chad is a fine ass man. Like, he's very good looking, and he's showing out now because he's in the gym. But yeah, it was.
Was it text message?
And then when they were supposed to get back together, well, she said this.
I'm a gold digger. Are you going to Ocho's wedding? That man ain't having no wedding. So, I mean, maybe somebody can put up and accept those type of ways. Kudos to them if he does. No, how about you take him and allow him to cheat? How about you do that? You tell me how that is.
And then the court of public opinion was out about Chad Ochocinco. He's a cheater. He always clapping cheeks. He never can keep the same woman. But that didn't stop him from getting with somebody new. And this chick that he has now seems to be a very beautiful Asian lady. I think she may be from Cambodia. And just a few days ago, he was spotted with her in France, according to his own Twitter. And then he posted her, and he said something like, "Bon soleil on." Stop the show. I know I pretty much messed that up, but I guess it's Cambodian for I love you. And who's the girlfriend?
A bop.
Her name is Chan. At Cambodia is her name with a K. And she's serious about basically being that lady for Chad Johnson. Earlier this month, she reposted what she was looking for in her own particular life. The repost says this: "I don't give a F what y'all normalize. I want to get married. I want to be a wife. I want to have a wedding. I want to be so in love with one person forever!"
Damn. ChatGPT, what's a future-proof business in 2025?
Now, with Chad Ochocinco moving on, a lot of chicks are not happy, and they decided that they were going to call him out on it. This lady goes, "So he ain't see what happened to Jeezy?" So basically, because Chad Ochocinco doesn't date black women and all he dates is Asian and Mexican women, he better watch his back, because what happened to Jeezy could happen to him. Well, I wouldn't disagree, but there's a problem. Chad Johnson dumps them before they even get married.
Got him!
Once he claps their cheeks, they're out of there. The next person goes, "This is why you don't have kids with different men." Another individual goes, "Every time I see Asians with famous black men now, I think of Diddy. I ain't jealous at all. I know they gotta go weird stuff to keep these men occupied. I mean, you are jealous because you basically mentioned that yourself. Now another person goes, Asian is the new white girl, huh?
Fuck
yeah,
no.
These sisters is mad. All his girlfriends be looking the same.
Okay,
Sharelle about to
niggas
do
got
her big one.
Why do people say that, bro? That'd be taste. You know? That'd be taste.
Upgrade finna be lit.
Now if she's going to fuck it with a whole different type of nigga, like that's I
No,
think
it's
that's
not.
a red
I mean,
flag.
this is what y'all don't realize, but it's okay. I'll talk about that later. Van Gray says, don't worry, Rail. He gonna cheat on her too. This individual goes, so instead of changing their ways, they just changed the woman. Got it. Other individual goes, well, Sharelle definitely wasn't the one. Glad he didn't settle with her. Now, somebody confronted Chad Johnson on Twitter, and
Who cares, bro? This what he want to do with his life. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Says, you not tired of being with a new woman every 6 months at your big age? He says, hell nah, I ain't tired. The F you mean? I'll see you in 6 months soon as this one ends, sis.
Hey man, if they gonna keep lining up, that nigga living the life, bro. Shit.
Now, let me just talk about
why would you, especially if you're not having no kids with him? Why would you lock down with one if that's not what you want to do? You know, you can have fun with them momentarily, and then as soon as y'all start having y'all's little issues, you can part ways. You know, it's always good for the first couple months. Then after that, you know, don't nobody want to deal with all that, bro. Especially a man at this level, bro. That's a businessman. You know, he's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur at this point. You know, he was in the league, you know, but now he's kind of like an entrepreneur. You know, so if you're gonna give me problems 3 months in, then I'll just end the shit. Don't give me no fucking problems. You know what I'm saying? It's my way or the highway.
economics and supply and demand. Basically, I didn't do that good at economics. That's why I'm on YouTube.
You stupid.
But economics basically studies supplies and demand, okay? And definitely, if you're a person that has supply but no demand, well, it doesn't matter. You go out of business. It doesn't matter if you want to be in the market or not. But if your demand is high and the supply is low, well, then it doesn't really matter what you do because somebody will deal with you anyway. Unfortunately, this is the benefit for a successful man like Chad Johnson, because a successful man like Chad Johnson doesn't come around every day. Somebody who might be in shape, a future, connections, things like that. And if you're a lady and you're dealing with the average guy or a whole bunch of men that may or may not take you serious, well, then what do? There's a bunch of beautiful women out there that can't even get to a Chad Johnson. So in the real sense, the lady may see that she's lucky to be able to deal with Chad Johnson, despite the fact that he's a cheater. Now we can look.
Yeah, I guess. They still don't be looking at it like that, though. I'm telling you, it's some of them that still won't look at it like that, bro.
To be able to deal with Chad Johnson, despite the fact that he's a cheater. Now we can look at Sharelle Rosado. I know what ladies are going to say. Well, you know, she going to come up and upgrade with somebody new, right?
No, can't.
She could, and she's definitely good looking. But we're going to be honest. Sharelle Rosado was married and a cheater herself, okay? We're going to be honest. She was cheating on her husband with Chad Johnson.
Damn.
So now she's a baby mama, I don't know how many times, and I don't know if her age is that important. I don't really think so, as long as somebody wants to deal with her. And it's true. Somebody can always want to deal with you.
If you's a fine woman, bro, I don't know. I draw the line, bro. If you got kids, that's just a deal breaker for me, bro. Cause I don't even have no kids myself. I don't care how fine you is or how old you is. I'm cool off of it. I don't even want to lay in the bed with you. Not gonna lie, I don't want to do nothing freaky with you because you're not about to. I'm not about to be the next baby daddy. Fuck no, this is not your world. This is my world. You know what I'm saying? I'm creating my empire. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a part of my empire, you gotta come correct, and that's not correct for me. You know what I'm saying? You're damaged goods. You're used. You're used. I need something. I need something that ain't got no kid, bro. That don't even mean bro, she could have a kid though and not be ran through. But it's just the fact that you got another nigga that you can always have contact. I'm just not living. I'm not signing up for that life, bro. Mm-mm. Yeah, I done had an older woman, bro, than with a 15-year-old kid, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Even that, bro, I'm cool off that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, bro. Cool, bro. No kids for
Until they
me.
just don't want to deal with you. All right? And you're a lady out there. You're looking for a man to spend money with you, invest with you, spend time with you, be faithful to you. And if a guy doesn't have to do that, he most likely won't. It has to be a reason as to why he would do that. And a guy like Chad Johnson, it seems to me, if you're a good lady or not, he's probably not going to do it anyway, because one of the things is that he could always find somebody that will put up with him in his situation. And unfortunately, that's not fair for a lot of women who are looking for a rich, successful man with a whole lot of opportunity.
Men do it to niggas all the time, or women do it to niggas all the time, bro. It's just different because they're women. They're not rich. They're not there, but they're fine women. They do it to men all the time, bro.
It's not fair to you. I get it, but it is how it is.
They keep a nigga
And
around for a couple months, get what they want out of him. He don't provide that no more. Then she go to the next one. Same thing he's doing, bro. You start as soon as you open your mouth and quit giving me pussy. It's a wrap.
what Chad Johnson is showing is, look, I can get a new chick every 6 months and it's not going to stop other chicks from wanting to deal with me. And the reason why is because so many women think that they are special.
And that shows you how easy women are, though.
And driving a truck.
Just give them what they want, bro. Tell them what they want to hear. See, a nigga like me, I can't do that, bro. So if you fucking with me, just know you're not gonna get your way. Not all the time.
That what happened to the other chick won't happen to them. It's the truth. Most women believe when they get with a guy like Chad Johnson that whatever they have, they can make him change. But unfortunately, we know the truth. And this is
What
the
do they
benefit
have?
of being a successful
They don't
man
have
who can
nothing.
provide. Now, it's a lot of women out there that look good, and I'm not trying to tell women that they shouldn't have their self-worth.
You know what keeps a man? Holding that nigga down through the ups and the downs, and not changing up. You know, keeping the same energy. That's how you keep a man. I mean, y'all gotta go through some shit together, bro, and you still gotta be by his side. Simple, bro. It's not that
And it's
hard.
good to have self-worth. But
The
you
pussy is
also
not
gotta
enough.
have,
Y'all
as
feel
a
like
woman,
that's all y'all gotta
what the
give.
market is asking for.
Doesn't make no sense.
It's one thing to have what you believe you have, right? And we all believe that we have something to offer. As men, most of us believe that we're the best in bed. That can't be true. I don't know how many times.
And a lot of these women think that, oh, I'm the best looking woman, I'm the finest, I'm the baddest woman he'll ever be with. So, you know, that's their mindset going into it.
That we're the best in bed. That can't be true. I don't know how many times dudes think that they got the best in bed and they're the best dude and let their wife tell it. The cheeks clapping is non-existent. You can think you have the most game. Well, that's also not true, right? And most men who feel like that, and you look at what kind of woman they have, well, it's typically because that's the best they can do.
Bro, if the
You gotta
woman
have
like
what
you,
the
it should
market
be easy,
wants,
bro.
all right? And if a man,
If the woman wants you, bro, if y'all want each other, it'll be easy, bro. It don't matter. The game will be game, like you don't have to think about none of that, bro. You don't have to think about that shit, bro. You don't gotta think about what you gonna say. It comes natural, bro. And if I gotta do all that thinking about, man, if I gotta, no. Mm-mm.
And keeps giving himself enough opportunities to swing the bat. That means he's working on himself. He's expanding in the industry. He's working with people. He can almost for sure always get more women just by nature of what he does. He would always be able to do it. Chad Johnson is on with Shannon Sharpe every day. He's more recognizable now. He's always going to have an opportunity because he just keeps swinging the bat and he keeps progressing. Now, somebody like Sharelle Rosado, it's most likely not going to be a whole bunch of dudes just swinging the bat, like beating down her door, because if they beat down her door, that means that they need to stop all of their other opportunities, focus on her, impress her. And we've already seen from Sharelle Rosado that she's not really the most feminine lady in the world. You're probably not going to get a whole bunch out of her. And then why would you stop whatever you're doing to deal with her when it doesn't make any sense?
That's
She's
what I'm
already
saying. You gotta
shown
think
you that
about the
she can.
type of women that he's even messing with, though, bro. These are materialistic women, bro, who you just gotta think about the type of women that he's messing with. So if he's in a new relationship with the same type of woman every 6 months, okay. It gets got your bitch ass. Thank you. God damn. He's the same type of nigga, bro, that he's messing, but he's protecting his energy though. Really, by getting a new one. You know, because he's getting the same type. He knows they're no good. I'll just move on to the next one. As soon as you start asking for too much, you know, soon as you're too much, I'm done. You know? And as a man, bro, whenever you're on that level, you can do that shit, bro. You can do that because that woman can't come around. At the end of the day, bro, she want to get fucked good. She want a decent looking nigga and she wants some money, bro. That's all she wants.
Can fall in love with a guy like Chad Johnson. So most dudes will look at her as, having some level of emotional damage and all of that. So this is why these men are still going to win, even though women feel like they ain't no good, they need to be faithful, all of that. It's not gonna matter to the chick that really wants him. Who cares if he's a cheater? As long as he has what she wants. That means he's either good looking,
Right.
he's rich, he's funny, he got access. All of that matters. Like you could really realistically, like a Sharelle Rosado, she could want a guy like Chad Johnson to be faithful, then turn around and get with a dude that would be okay with having 3 or 4 chicks. Hey, different strokes for different folks. But I gotta say, with this one, City Boys for the win. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Ochocinco Jackson back at it again with another episode of
I mean, is that necessarily a dub though? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm different, or maybe I just am young, or I don't know. I'd rather have a family by the time I'm 50, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have a family, bro. Me, I'm the type nigga, I want to have a family, bro. Not everybody's like that. This nigga clearly doesn't value that. So, different strokes for different folks, you know? As long as he's not getting all these bitches pregnant, bro, and skating on them and not taking care of the kids and shit like that, then I don't see too much of a problem with it. The last girl he was with, it seemed like he was with her for a while, though, if he got multiple kids with her, so yeah, he was cheating, but you gotta think this nigga, it comes down to who the people are at the end of the day. We attract what we give out at the same time, and vice versa. So it goes back to, like I said, the type of women he's messing with, their mindsets, his mindset. Not every nigga that's in the NBA, NFL, whatever, rich, famous, whatever it is like these niggas. But you gotta be worth it at the end of the day. Maybe he's just coming across them and they're not worth it. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it to the end of this video, you bored, check out this video to the left or check out my music to the right. I just dropped some new shit, all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good shit. We on the road to 100K, okay? So I need everybody to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. I'll get at y'all on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the name.